Here's what you should know. The narcissist is a purely wicked people who can't be trusted. On the personality trait of narcissism, a great deal of philosophical and psychological research has been conducted. People frequently believe that those with a narcissistic personality disorder are egocentric and emotionally distant. Their actions are frequently motivated by self-interest, so you shouldn't place too much faith in them, despite the fact that they appear charming and attractive. In this video, we will examine why narcissists have a negative reputation and how their behavior can make others feel uneasy and uncomfortable. To start, there was a lack of compassion. Narcissists are distinguished by their total lack of empathy. As a result of their inability to comprehend the effects of their actions on others, they feel no remorse or guilt when intentionally inflicting pain on others. Others, in the eyes of a narcissist, are either obstacles to his or her path to greatness or should be avoided at all costs. This freedom allows them to prioritize their own needs over those of others. Acting dishonestly is number 2. Narcissists' negative reputation is bolstered by the manipulative tactics they employ. They get what they want by lying, manipulating, and being dishonest. They may put on a show of concern, but all they really want is to be acknowledged for how great they think they are. To get others to do what they want, they flatter and charm them. Narcissists are selfish people who seek to advance themselves socially, sexually, or financially at the expense of those around them. They prey on people's senses of guilt and remorse to manipulate them emotionally. They will exploit even their own children for their own benefit. An infamous trio of 3 liars. Narcissists get a bad rap because they are frequently perceived as dishonest and unreliable due to their lying tendencies. They lie, embellish, and engage in little betrayals. They lie without thinking about the repercussions because all that matters to them is what other people think. They may give a person a glowing review in one conversation and then criticize that same person in another. Narcissists are dishonest and dishonestly take advantage of other people's trust in order to further their own goals. It's important to exercise caution around them because they know how to get what they want. Fourthly, they don't give a damn about the feelings or happiness of those around them. They see people as expendable commodities to be dumped without remorse once they serve their purpose. Because they lack compassion and genuine human connection, they have difficulty seeing individuals for who they truly are and instead see them as resources to be exploited. Persons who suffer from narcissism have an inflated sense of self-worth and think they deserve lavish displays of admiration. They consider themselves superior to average people and think they should be accorded preferential treatment regardless of their actual merits. They are dishonest, manipulative, and deceitful because they crave acceptance and admiration. Despite their concern for others, their true motivation is to receive compliments and focus. They often use the guilt and remorse of those around them as a tool in their manipulations. They are willing to use anyone, including their own children, to further their agenda. Narcissists are unpleasant people because they are self-centered and indifferent to the happiness and feelings of those around them. Narcissists have 2 faces of hostility, which brings us to the 5th trait. Their reputation is already tarnished, and their history of violence, whether overt or covert, only makes matters worse. They're not totally harmless, and it's hard to predict how aggressive they'll be. Narcissists are notoriously insensitive to the inadequacies and discomforts of others, and this trait has earned them a bad reputation. Their inflated sense of self-importance causes them to put their own needs ahead of those of others. They may resort to actual physical violence, or at least the threat of it, to achieve their aims. They may also resort to passive-aggressive or emotionally distant behavior, or even guilt trips, in an effort to gain power and control over others. As a rule, the victim suffers when someone else tries to exert dominance in this way. As a 6th point, narcissists can be quite malicious. Persons with this trait are quick to retaliate when they feel threatened and have a vivid memory for any slights they may have suffered. Their character may be hardwired to behave this way, and they may be unaware of it even when they do it. In politics, this mentality is common. It's common for politicians who come up short in an election to pin the loss on their rivals. Accusing them of things like spreading false information or engaging in unfair practices. To a narcissist, there are only two types of people in the world: supporters and detractors. Narcissists are notoriously vindictive and will stop at nothing to exact their vengeance on those they perceive to have wronged them. Instead of overt defiance, they might try to exact revenge in secret. They tend to act in a vindictive and hostile manner, which earns them the scorn of society. Seventh, narcissists frequently engage in idle chatter. They take hidden pleasure in slandering others, and this is well known. These remarks can be quite kind, such as, "she's so obnoxious," or they can be extremely hurtful. Even though they claim to love the person they are diagnosing as mentally ill, this is a common tactic used by these people. Be wary of narcissists and pay attention to how you feel and what others are saying about you, because they may try to gain your favor or boost their own self-esteem through acts of generosity. If they don't feel appreciated, they might also start to look down on people who are different from them. In order to advance one's social standing through gossip is not a commendable trait. Naked narcissists demand utter obeisance from their victims, so they obey it. They require constant attention from those who claim to love them because of their twin needs for love and control. It's not uncommon for children to mimic the behavior of their narcissistic parents. They may resort to violence or other aggressive measures to reassert their dominance if they feel their authority is being threatened. Narcissists are constantly driven by an insatiable need to control the emotions of those around them. Although it may be tempting to give in to their demands, doing so can have a negative impact on one's sense of self-worth and happiness. Narcissists can fool others into thinking they care about them when, in reality, they only care about themselves and will do anything to hurt the people close to them. Relationships with narcissists are frequently founded on deception rather than genuine friendship or love. The key is to keep your guard up and not give in to their dishonesty. In this safe space, I invite you to share your insights and perspectives. Please hit the like button and consider subscribing if you found this video useful. Let's hope you learned something new and useful from our discussion.
So, do you know anyone who is always concerned with their own needs and never thought of others? Perhaps that person is a narcissist after all. Narcissists have a large sense of self-importance and little compassion for others. In spite of their charisma, you shouldn't put too much faith in them. It would just explain in this video why narcissists are viewed as evil and what drives them to act in such a harmful way. Experts in the fields of philosophy and psychology have spent considerable time discussing the personality traits of narcissism. Narcissists are self-centered individuals who put themselves before everyone else. Funny and likable as they may be, you should never put your trust in people who act solely in their own self-interest. To begin with, they lack the ability to empathize. Narcissists are oblivious to the consequences of their action for those around them. They have no remorse or regret for their action, no matter how much harm they cause. Others are either a means to an end, power, glory, or an obstacle to be overcome, avoidance. They are self-centered and indifferent to the needs and perspective of others. Next, they start acting dishonestly. Narcissists resort to deception, manipulation, and lies to achieve their goals. They act friendly towards you in order to get you to do what they want you to do. They charm and flatter you into submission. Falsehoods are commonplace in the lives of narcissists. For the sake of changing their own reputation, they embellish the truth about anything and everything. They tell lies because they want to be liked by others, regardless of the consequences. Narcissists are insensitive people who only care about themselves. They will use you until they need something else and then discard you. It's hard for them to read people's feelings, so they rarely form meaningful relationships. Narcissists are hostile and violent people. Narcissists have short tempers and are prone to unpredictable outbursts. Their willingness to resort to violence to achieve their goal is clear. In addition to overt acts of violence, they may resort to covert methods of control, such as emotionally isolating their victims. And narcissists can be very cruel. They have no trouble exacting vengeance on those they believe have wronged them. They have a poor ability to take responsibility for their own action and have a very black and white view of the world. Narcissists are notorious for spreading remorse. They enjoy the influence that having secret gives them, and they are quick to spread rumors about others. People can put on a good front in front of you while talking trash about you behind your back. That's what a narcissist is. And it's clear why they are so evil and untrustworthy. They put themselves first. Be wary of their lies and manipulation whenever you're in their presence. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.